Okay, let's unpack this. We've got a really crucial strategic move here from IHG Hotels and Resorts. We're diving into a fascinating announcement. It's all about corporate development, luxury travel, and Thailand.
That's right. One of Asia's absolute hotspots.
And IHG is making a massive long-term commitment there. We've got the sources, so let's figure out exactly why this matters.
Yeah, the material we're looking at, it really focuses on the luxury market side of things. It
Right.
centers on IHG officially bringing their Voco Hotels brand to, well, the stunning island of Phuket. Remember to pronounce that Phuket.
Phuket, got it.
And look, this isn't just, another press release about a new hotel opening. It's IHG strategically planting a flag, a big one, in the premium leisure market, and they're looking, what, 5 years out?
Exactly. So our mission today is to get past just the announcement, the sort of shiny new resort aspect. We need to understand the strategy underneath, not just the, what, okay, a new Voco property, but the why. What's this partnership telling us? And this specific brand, Voco, what does it reveal about IHG's confidence in the Thai market for like the next 5 years? And, how are they planning to win?
Spot on. And this move, it's actually the third Voco signing for IHG in Thailand overall.
Okay.
And this is key, it's the first one specifically for the brand in Phuket.
Okay, first in Phuket.
But here's what really jumped out at me, the big strategic signal hidden in the announcement. The opening date they've scheduled. It's not next year or even the year after. It's 2029.
2029.
Right.
That's where it gets really interesting, isn't it? Planning 5 years out. That kind of timeline, it suggests one of two things, maybe both. Either like extreme confidence that the market's going to keep growing.
Right. Sustained growth.
Or maybe it just signals an extremely complex project build.
Yeah.
We need to kind of weigh that timeline against the actual product they're betting on.
Absolutely. I mean, when you see major global players like IHG, that's Intercontinental Hotels Group, one of the biggest in the world, when they announce something this far in advance.
Yeah.
It really underscores the project's scale, yeah, but also how fundamental it is to their whole regional strategy. It's not just a one-off.
Okay, so let's talk about that product then, the Voco brand. IHG seems to be positioning this as their answer to a very sort of modern demand. We keep hearing descriptions like unstuffy and charming, but hang on, doesn't IHG already have brands like Kimpton or Hotel Indigo? Aren't they supposed to offer that, soul and local flavor too? How is Voco actually different operationally, philosophically?
That is the critical question. Because Voco is trying to do something quite specific. It's trying to give you that big IHG reliability, that safety net. But crucially, making sure the hotel doesn't feel like it was designed by a committee or, looks like a corporate spreadsheet.
Right.
The name itself, Voco, it comes from the Latin word for to invite. So that sets the tone right away, welcoming, a bit more informal. Now, Kimpton, that often leans more into, say, high design, maybe sophisticated food and beverage experiences. And Hotel Indigo really digs deep into the storytelling, the narrative of its immediate neighborhood. Voco. Voco is IHG's dedicated play in what we call the soft brand space.
Okay, soft brands, that's important. Maybe quickly explain that for our listeners. What's the strategic plus of a soft brand like Voco?
Sure. So a soft brand is different from a traditional hard brand like, say, a Holiday Inn, which has really strict rules about design and standards. A soft brand is designed to be, well, conversion-friendly, highly conversion-friendly, meaning IHG can sign up an existing independent hotel, maybe one with great character already, and rebrand it as a Voco relatively easily. Minimal structural changes needed usually. This allows them to scale up much faster, get into markets quicker, which is absolutely crucial if their goal is, like you said, doubling their footprint in Thailand.
Got it.
So Voco blends that global booking system reliability people want with, unique charm the building or the location might already have.
So it's more like a scalpel for gaining market share, not necessarily a sledgehammer for brand new construction all the time. Allows for speed. But let's get back to the guest experience.
Yep.
You mentioned unstuffy luxury. Who exactly are they targeting with that? Who is this traveler?
Yeah, they're definitely going after the modern affluent traveler. Often you're looking at millennials, maybe Gen Z, with significant disposable income. But critically, these are travelers who often actively avoid that kind of traditional, maybe slightly intimidating grandeur.
Okay.
Unstuffy means the experience is premium, absolutely, but it's breathable, approachable. The focus is on quality, yes, high-quality bedding, great amenities, but delivered with a more casual, accessible vibe. Think maybe linen shirts for the staff instead of stuffy suits, locally inspired welcome treats when you arrive, comfortable public spaces designed for actually socializing or easy working, not just, hushed formality.
Thoughtful, not stuffy. I like that.
Exactly. It's about being thoughtful, not stuffy.
And that specific vibe, premium but relaxed, seems like a perfect match for the location they've picked. Let's zero in on the actual site. Voco Phuket Bang Tao.
Yes. And this is going to be a pretty substantial property. The announcement confirms 175 rooms and suites, and it's placed right in the heart of the Bang Tao area. Now, we do have to acknowledge, this is a competitive spot.
Oh, definitely.
Bang Tao is where you find a lot of the high-end players already clustered. You've got traditional luxury resorts, other big international brands are there too.
Which means Voco needs to stand out right away. And Bang Tao is known for that incredible lifestyle appeal, isn't it? Beautiful beaches, yes, but also high-end little shops and some of the island's most happening beach clubs.
It really is.
It's sort of the dynamic choice for travelers who want that activity, that buzz, alongside their luxury R&R.
And for an international luxury spot like Phuket, accessibility is just, well, it's non-negotiable, right?
Right.
The sources confirm the location is convenient. Only about a 30-minute drive from Phuket International Airport. So putting a major new brand like Voco in an accessible, already well-known hotspot, that just makes sense. It ensures easy access for those crucial international visitors who really drive Phuket's luxury market.
Okay, so we have the brand, the location, but the hotel itself is really only half the strategy here. The other half has got to be the partnership they've formed. Let's talk more about this collaboration between IHG and AssetWise Public Company Limited. This feels like maybe the most critical piece of that whole 2029 puzzle.
I think it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Asset-wise, our sources identify them as a leading Thai real estate developer, a big name. But historically, their main focus has been heavily residential. Condos, housing developments, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So this partnership is really noteworthy because it signals Asset-wise making a strategic move, a strategic entry into the hospitality sector. And they're choosing IHG, and specifically the Voco brand, for what seems to be their first major hotel venture.
Hold on a second. A major residential developer, mostly new to building and running hotels, chooses a relatively new soft brand like Voco, instead of maybe planting a more established, maybe perceived safer flag like an Intercontinental or a Crowne Plaza. That sounds a bit counterintuitive. Why Voco? Doesn't that maybe suggest they were looking for a more favorable deal? Perhaps more flexibility than they'd get with a more rigid established brand?
You're raising a really important point there. And look, while it's definitely a massive vote of confidence in IHG's overall system, you're right, it's probably also a very shrewd move by AssetWise, a newer, conversion-friendly brand like Voco. It likely does offer potentially better financial incentives up front, maybe lower initial franchise fees, perhaps more flexible operational requirements to start, especially to help IHG quickly break into a market segment that might have been dominated by independent hotels before.
Right.
And for IHG's part, getting a proven local partner like AssetWise on board, someone who knows the Thai development landscape inside and out, that's invaluable.
Yeah, it really validates the whole long-term health assessment of the market when a major local player like AssetWise makes this kind of pivot into hospitality. We actually see similar underlying confidence in the broader luxury real estate sector in Phuket, too.
Yeah.
You have long-established luxury agencies like Ocean Worldwide, for instance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're based right there in Phuket, focused purely on high-end residential property in Phuket and Koh Samui. Been operating successfully since, 2004?
Oh, that's longevity.
Exactly. Sandra O'Neill, the director there, has helped thousands over the years. That kind of enduring local confidence, whether it's commercial development like this hotel or the high-end homes Ocean Worldwide sells, it really underpins IHG's faith too, I think.
That makes a lot of sense. And what's also fascinating here is just the sheer mutual enthusiasm you read about in the statements. You have Brian Chan from IHG highlighting Phuket as, a continually popular, resilient destination, validating their market choice. And then Panita Malaivongs from AssetWise expressing real excitement about entering the hotel sector, totally confident that this partnership can deliver a really successful premium experience. When a residential giant pivots like this, it's a strong market signal.
Okay, let's pull the lens back a bit then and look at IHG's overall commitment to Thailand, because the strategic numbers involved here are, they're pretty staggering.
Yeah, Thailand is absolutely flagged in all their communications as IHG's crucial growth market in this region. Their ambition level here is monumental.
Okay, get this. They currently operate 40 hotels, already a big presence, across 9 different brands in the country. But here's the number that should really make you pause. They have an additional 41 properties already signed, sealed, and sitting in their development pipeline.
41 more.
41 more. That means they are literally planning to more than double their current hotel inventory in Thailand. That is a massive bet on infrastructure and future demand.
That is the headline goal, absolutely. The company explicitly states its aim is to double its presence in Thailand over the coming years. So this Voco announcement in Phuket, even with that 2029 date, it isn't some isolated project. It's confirmation, really, of an aggressive, large-scale expansion strategy that's going to play out over the next decade.
And it's not just focused on the leisure islands either, which I think reinforces how serious this push is.
Precisely. That's a great point. The Voco brand is also set to make its big city debut in Thailand. The opening of Voco Bangkok Surawang is slated for later this year.
Ah, Bangkok too.
Yeah. So by positioning Voco in both the #1 urban business hub and the #1 premier leisure destination, Bangkok and Phuket IHG immediately proves the brand's relevance across all the critical market segments in Thailand. It confirms this robust sort of dual front push for the brand across the entire region.
Okay, so let's try and bring this all together for you listening. What are the core strategic takeaways we've really gained from this deep dive into the IHG AssetWise deal?
Well, I think the first core takeaway has to be that this represents a really strong long-term confidence vote. It's not just about the recovery of Thai tourism post-pandemic. It's about the sustained premium growth of the luxury tourism market, specifically in Phuket.
Right.
And that confidence, crucially, is anchored by this partnership with a major local real estate player, AssetWise. It's not just foreign investment coming in alone. It signals a shared bet on the future.
Okay, that's takeaway one. What's the second?
The second is about brand strategy, specifically brand precision. The Voco brand, it's intentionally designed to be appealingly different, distinctive. It's trying to fill that specific niche for travelers who, yeah, they demand global reliability and standards, but they're genuinely tired of the same old cookie-cutter corporate resort feel.
Makes sense.
IHG is clearly using Voco as a strategic tool, maybe even a weapon, to capture market share, probably from independent hotels and definitely from competing soft brands.
Got it. Confidence and brand precision.
Exactly. So, thinking bigger picture, what does this all mean for the market? Why should you, the listener, care? Well, first, it signals the ongoing maturation, maybe diversification, of the whole Thai hospitality sector. They're moving fast to cater to increasingly sophisticated guests who are actively looking for that blend major brand security mixed with local flavor and that, quote, unstuffy vibe.
And crucially, that 2029 date. It really underscores the reality of making these major strategic bets in luxury tourism, doesn't it? These aren't quick flips or short-term plays. These are decisions reflecting 5-year, maybe longer time horizons. It cements Phuket's status as a top-tier global leisure destination for the foreseeable future.
It absolutely does, which I think leads us nicely into our final thought for you to consider. We know IHG has these super aggressive expansion goals that explicit plan to double its entire presence in Thailand. And we know the specific nature of the Voco brand, distinctive, conversion-friendly.
Right.
So if IHG is genuinely looking to double its footprint, what other unique, maybe less stuffy, luxury soft brands might we see them introducing? Perhaps into some of those rapidly growing secondary Thai markets. Think maybe Chiang Mai, or maybe even further afield.
Good question.
And maybe more importantly, how might that kind of expansion change the investment landscape for traditional independently owned resorts, especially those who might suddenly find themselves looking like prime targets for an IHG conversion deal?
That is the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? Doubling their footprint means they'll need tailored offerings for every type of traveler and potentially every type of existing hotel ripe for conversion. Lots to think about there. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the strategic future of luxury travel in Phuket.